Cast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? What's going on? Can you guys hear me okay? Is there a echo of any kind? Any echo? Cool. All right, guys. Okay, so I'm looking at these questions that people asked, and so I'm gonna go through all of this stuff. But basically, today I just kind of wanted to wrap up PPV. People were doing campaigns and stuff, and I know once you start doing campaigns, obviously that's when the questions mostly start coming up. So I wanted to have this mostly kind of, as a question and answer, kind of show you things that you want to see before we move on, because, we could spend a whole, 3 months, on PPV itself. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Um, but I just wanted to start here because, excuse me, because it's the least amount of moving parts. Therefore, I thought it would be the easiest to understand, which I believe it is. It is. I mean, according to the feedback that I've gotten. So, that's that. So, I'm not saying that you have to do it or whatever, but in my hierarchy of traffic, that's where we start, because generally speaking, if you can get something working on PPV, then you can get it to work on other traffic sources as well. And I have definitely found that to be the case. So having said that, so what I wanted to do is just kind of talk about the landing page a little bit. I'm going to set up another campaign. I apologize. I have not had my version of CPV Labs updated yet, just because I have like a lot of stuff running in there, and I didn't want to mess up anything that I was doing. I just didn't have a chance to get it done. So you have to excuse that, and just I don't know how different it is from um, from the new version. I really don't know. So the best I can tell you is just to, I mean, I know all of the main elements are the same. So makes some certain things may look different or whatever. So just kind of have to bear with it, because I don't, I don't have it. I don't have a new version. So that's just the way it is. So having said all that, I wanted to actually do like a live campaign here. And I think that will answer some questions. I'm going to continue working with Traffic Vance, just because, that's where I mostly, I'm trying to teach you what I do. And I have not used 50 on red as of yet. As far as the CPV, I have used the in-text advertising, which performed pretty well. So, you know, I'm assuming that the PPV does the same. And like I said, I heard from Cohort Shardra this past weekend that it does convert well. And also lead impact. I have used lead impact a lot, and I've noticed, I mean, the quality is okay. It definitely varies. I don't think that it can, generally speaking, I mean, this is general statements. I mean, for certain niches, certain things, lead impact probably does convert better than traffic events or whatever. So this is just a general statement. But generally speaking, um, I think that that the quality is a little better on traffic events. But if you have one of them, I wouldn't really spread to the other ones until you had something profitable that you really ready to scale. Then you can. There's no sense to just starting a bunch of accounts and then you're not really actually going to do anything with them. So, again, like this is like, it's a training and everything, but you still have to think, okay, and you still have to, like I can show you. The main thing I want to show you step by step how to set up the campaign and the thought process to set up the campaign, as far as how to use these various traffic sources. I mean, they all have help. I mean, they're all pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to walk you through each and every traffic source, just for the simple fact that I don't even use each and every traffic source. So it wouldn't even be, you know, I'm like not necessarily blind leading the blind, but it really would be doing you a whole lot of good if I wasn't familiar with the platform. So, so again, you can take what I'm doing right now. I mean, you have to be in a place where you can do more than just exactly what you see me do. You can kind of, you know use the same things but just apply them to whatever traffic source, whatever offer, whatever. And that's how you're going to win, because it's like last week I did the Wizard 101 demonstration. And then, of course, a lot of people jumped on it and started promoting it, and, probably promoting it over a lot of the same keywords. So, it makes it harder to be profitable that way. Now, you can still be profitable, especially if you come up with more angles and different things that other people aren't thinking of. Then you definitely can, still succeed with it. But that's just an example of, the downside. The beauty of one-on-one coaching is that if I do a campaign for you, then I'm only doing for you, and then you don't have a whole bunch of of your fellow competitors is on the same offer. But if I'm doing this class, which is way less expensive, obviously then it's like 70 people in this class, so 70 people are going to see it, and a chunk of them are going to run it, and so that's the way it is. So therefore, in order if you make money, what you really need to do is like use exactly what I'm teaching, but just use it on a different offer, use it on a different angle of an offer. So anyway, speaking of angles, what I'm going to do today before actually, I'm going to get into like a brand new form of, uh, landing page that I've been using. This is like seriously cutting edge right off the press, because I've just really started doing it myself. So pretty much still in test mode, but, so, I think it's going to work really well. So basically here's what we got. A lot of times with CPA, you have to start with the offer. I mean, you start with the offer. You start with an offer that works, that converts well, that can fit, within the demographics of your traffic. And so, basically, what I did is the same thing that I, recommend that you do. Is I went to, my affiliate manager in this case, and one that I knew, and asked about some offers that work well, with PBB. And so this was one of the ones that he gave me. It was for Dish Network. All right, and here's the page. And it's just not, actually, that's not the page. That was the second page. Here, I'll get the offer. The actual page looks like, here's this. Pages. Okay. Now, why aren't we working? Let's do this. All right, so here's the page, and all it is a zip submit. I think it pays like $285 or something like that. And so, which is fairly decent for a zip submit. Somebody puts a zip code, bam, you make here, let me see what the exact payout is here. Let's see. Yeah, it pays $285. So again, low price offer, something that's easy to test. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to, while I let's say while I wait for this, here, actually, here's what I'm going to do. It's going to take a little bit for this campaign to get approved. So I'm going to put in the campaign first, and then I'll come back and we'll make the landing page, and then we will go from there. So here, let me get some input from you guys. Okay, you see the offer, Dish Network. Obviously trying to get people to sign up for Dish Network or whatever. So where would you start as far as angles? Like, what would you where would you start? Here, I'm gonna do this in the Facebook group. Um, so here, so this is participatory training. What are some angles for dish? Oops, for the dish network. Typing's horrible. When I say angle, I mean like possible, keywords to go after, different themes to kind of look into. So, what do you guys think here? So you can comment on this post if you're on the Facebook group, and I'll look here too. Let's see. You guys can't see my screen. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Shit. Uh, my bad. There you go. See that? My bad, man. Here, let me show. Let me go back and show the offer here. Okay, this is the offer right here. So again, it's pretty simple. And zip code pays 285. For people that are interested in Dish Network service. All right, got that. So where do we start? What are some angles? Watch the NBA Finals on Dish. That's not a bad, yeah. So yeah, so NBA Finals thing would allow us to take advantage of something that's happening right now, and there's probably a lot of searches for it. So that's a good angle actually. Um, 3 months at HBO. Here, was that part of the offer? Did they say free premium channels? Oh yeah, for 3 months, free premium channels for 3 months. Okay, so that's yeah. So we could do different shows on the HBO, which the hottest one is Game of Thrones. That would be good. Popular TV shows on Amazon. That's good. Yeah, that's a good strategy. That's actually a really good strategy because I used to sell software download TV, and I would go to Amazon to get the top list as far as the TV shows because that's what people are actually buying, actually spending their money on that stuff. Um, so yeah, so this is good. All right, so let's refresh this real quick. All right, somebody talking free movies online. Well, this is for Dish Network, so this is like cable TV. All right. So let me see. Of all these, uh, I like. How about? Ooh, Father's Day. Dish.com. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can definitely do. You know, all the Dish.com keywords and stuff like that. Um, but let's go for the. I'm trying to see something that's getting like a lot of searches. So let's see. Let's look on. Let's go to Word Tracker. Let's see. All right, so let's see. Let's go to quick research. So let's go to we'll see NBA Finals. Let's look on Google. Okay, so this is old from last year. These are old results, but just to get an idea, I was like 60,000. Let's see, we got Game of Thrones 450,000. Okay, I think that's going to be the winner. So all right, so we're going to do like a Game of Thrones theme. So we'll say Game of Thrones. All right, so we'll say Game of Thrones slash HBO angle, and then we'll also say, like I guess what you call this, cable TV, satellite TV. Well, we'll just say Dish Network. All right, so we got those two, so that should do it. So first and foremost, let's go over to App Portal and scrape some domains. Now, before I go on, is there any questions about what I just did as far as like figuring out an angle? Any questions on that? Because that's important. I mean, because it's important to try to think of some stuff that everybody else is not thinking of. Something a little outside of the box. So the offer is actually on RSA right now. So let me see something real quick. All right, so let's get our scraper here. Search scraper. All right, so we're gonna put Dish Network. What else? That's good enough. We're not gonna go too deep. I gotta keep it. Let's do 3 pages. All right, that's good enough. Actually, what are some of the competitors here? Well, that's still gonna go. We could do them too. So we got Dish Network. We have Direct TV. Direct TV. Okay, let's do this. Let's get a few more. Direct TV. Um, Cable TV. What else? What are some other? What would be some other competitors to Dish Network, y'all? Satellite TV, yeah, that's a good one. All right, that's good enough. All right, so we'll take each of those 2 pages deep, just so it doesn't take so long. is it done? Oh, let's wait till it stops spinning. All right, so we got that. So we got those going. So now all right, so let's download these real quick. And let's do another one of these. All right. So let's go through here and make sure we don't have anything that shouldn't be here. Like being local. We don't need this stock information. What is aerial.com? Let's see what this is. Live TV. I guess that's relevant. All right. Business Insider, cell phone, that faster. No. Direct TV, direct ticket, sales, direct TV. Um, what the hell? This doesn't. This is like way too long. Make sure you don't have any Groupons like I did last time. Suggest.com. Xfinity. Okay, so this is again we can come up with way more than this, but I just want to get some stuff in so we can get some traffic hopefully before this thing is over today. Marin deal. I don't want that. FCC, we don't need that. What the hell is this? Fiber optics. Okay, we'll keep that one. Dish, direct TV. All right, so this is looking good here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this campaign. So all right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I think what's the best way to not get locked in. All right, so let's like I said, I want to get this into traffic events. So we'll just start with this one, and I'm gonna come back to this. How should I do this? All right, so we're gonna start a new campaign. But before I do that, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for the display URL here. I mean for the URL. I think what I'll do is All right, let me do this. Let me start with the CPV Lab link first. So here's what we're gonna do. Sorry for hesitation. Just like the way I set it up is like a little different, and I use some different software. So I'm trying to do it like the way that I want to teach you first. So we'll do this. We'll just start the campaign. All right. So we're gonna start a direct link and landing page. And again, one thing you gotta notice is that like I'm not like super detail oriented, so I'm just gonna kind of fill out the stuff that needs to be filled out. I know there's a lot of questions about some other stuff, and you know, again, feel free to watch the CPV Lab stuff if you need a more clear understanding. So we got traffic advance, got that. Campaign name is gonna be Dish Network. All that stuff, blah 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 blah. We'll say this is 2 cents, which I don't know if that's going to be accurate or not, but we'll see. What else? No hidden token. Okay, so for now, we're going to make this a direct link campaign, and here is the link, and this is Dish. Say it's going to be 100%. And the payout is 285. All right, save campaign. Right, so now we're going to take this. We're going to use it for starting our traffic advance campaign. So new campaign. We'll call it Dish Network. No description. We'll say unlimited. We'll set the daily limit on the was not aggregate on the creative level. That's what it's called. All right, so here's the first creative. So this is going to be, we're going to call this, we're going to say this is cable URLs. Creative category is, I guess it'll be entertainment. Creative URL, we're going to put our CPV Lab URL here. Not a rotator, we only have one offer in there. Broad match. No, we'll leave broad match off for now until we get it converting. So budget, we will say for starters, we'll call it $20. And all of that. Oh no, we don't want that. We want the total budget to be unlimited. We'll put the daily budget down here, 20. Check. Okay. Okay, I guess it's not going to let me. So here, we'll say that's it. You're killing me. All right, so now we're going to put our targets in here that we just got. Okay, so so let's set the I'm gonna try to get some traffic right away. So let's just set the target of the bids to here we'll say we'll just say, I'll just do like we did before. So we'll say opening bid plus 10%. Now, some of these got pretty high. So we'll go here. All right, so we're going to accept all of this. Now, I'm going to go back in here because some of these bids are pretty high, and I need to keep an eye on those. All right, so let's sort by max bid the other way. What happened to the high ones? Oh, something screwed up here. I must not. Oh, I didn't save it. There we go. So opening there. All right, so now look at this. Okay, so like Dish.com is like 31 cents. You know what? I don't know. We'll hold off on that. All these high ones until we see some conversions because this will spin up your money real fast. So well, no, we'll keep everything below here. We'll make all of these 10 cents. That's as high as we're gonna go. All right, so that's that one. So now we can let's hit this NBA angle here real quick. Um, actually, all right, actually, so let's I mean, no, I'm sorry, we're gonna do the Game of Thrones. So let's look on Game of Thrones here, F Portal, and HBO. And again, we're not gonna go too deep. We'll just go we'll go three pages in for each. I'm just trying to, get these in here quickly. So, I mean, typically I would go through like I did last week and get different variations of the URLs and stuff like that. But for now, I just want to get these in quick so they can hopefully get approved. We can at least see some traffic before the end of the call. All right. So while you're doing that, we're going to do these keywords here. So So what we'll do is we will just export these. All right, so I can't remember if I told you this last week or not, but we want to put the keywords and URLs in different campaigns or different creatives. Just a good idea. So let's see. Okay, this is all Game of Thrones related, so this should be pretty safe. Only thing I want to make sure we have is Game of Thrones season, so that covers all of them. So here I'm gonna add that. All right, so we are going to create another creative. So let's go back to CBB Lab. Well, let me think. Well, I tell you, we'll just use the same campaign for now. We'll just use the same campaign for now, and we'll take it. We'll take it. Take it later. So that's Game of Thrones. So let me do an HBO as well. And really, HBO is a whole angle by itself, you know. So so we will grab these two. All right, so we got those two. So now go back and grab our link again here, and let's start these other campaigns. So we got go back to campaigns. Oops. All right, so they're still looking at it. So let's do a new creative. This is going to be HBO. And not a rotator. Blah 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 blah. Oh, actually, here we're going to make this HBO keywords. All right, so now let's find these. I probably should look through these a little closer, but again, I'm trying to hurry up. So let's get rid of our keyword. All right, so here we go. So let's set our bids here. Does it have an option for selecting all? See all on one screen. And again, I'm just going to do opening bid times plus 10%. He's opening bid. All right, so let's save that. All right, so that's that. Here, let me check out, make sure I ain't got no crazy bids. Any questions while we're around? Can you spend a little time talking about how the link is created, formatted, so that we can better understand how the tracking works with respect to the conversions in Pixel? Okay. I can do that. All right, so it looks like all of these. That's interesting. How all of these are just a low bit. I was messing. Unless that's the other way. I should have took off the 1,000 thing. Let's do that real quick. It's gonna take forever. Actually, looks like everything's pretty low, so I'm not gonna worry about it for now. All right, so let me just shorten this page so it doesn't take forever to load. All right, so that's that. So now what else we got? We also got Game of Thrones keywords. So let's do another creative here. All right, so we're going to new creative. So this is going to be Game of Thrones keywords. Creative arts entertainment. Now, here's where okay. Once you do your once you finish your campaign for CPV Lab, then this is going to give you this URL. So this is the link that you use, um, in order to this is the link that you would give to Traffic Advance or Lead Impact or whoever. Um, and basically, I mean, CPV Lab does it for you. But in this, as far as passing a variable, like basically, you just keep this whatever the variable is, it goes at the end of this equal sign, and the the keyword variable in Traffic Advance looks like that. So really, there's nothing that you need to change. All you do is just copy this and paste it directly to Traffic Advance. Now, for Lead Impact, they have a different token, but again, it's just the same. Whatever their token is just keyword equals or whatever this is called. So if you go here, um, we have URL append token. So in this case, it's keyword, but it could be something else. It could be sub ID. It could be keyword equals edit. I mean, I normally stick with keyword equals, but whatever it is that you pick is going to be at the end of this link right here. All right, and so here, yeah. So that's it. I mean, you just literally take this link and you put it in. Now I'm going to show you. Well, and then like whatever's here, like whatever's in this link here, then it's going to show up as keywords. Which reminds me, I need to do something else real quick. Here I do need to capture extra tokens. I'm gonna get a keyword. So I'll select one extra token, keyword. So that way we have a column for keyword. Now it would normally show up under targets as well, but I just sometimes it doesn't. So I just want to double check. So I'll add extra token, keyword. But I mean, what else? I mean, what else do you need to know about the link, Chris? I mean, that's the link. As far as placing the pixel, that's different, and I can go over that as well. But what makes the conversion show up? What makes the conversion show up on here is either you upload the sub IDs from a conversion report, and here you can place this. Here's an image pixel, so you can place that pixel on in our RSA. Here, let me get into an account. I can show you how. 1 second, let me pause this. Um, 1 second here. Um, all right, so where am I? All right, so if you go, you click on the link in your Rockstar Alliance account, and then you kind of hit the conversion pixel in your house. I'll see like this one It only accepts postback URL, so you might not be able to do it. Although this is what I normally do. Actually, you probably can. It doesn't have postback URL on here, but here you might be able to do this. But I'm telling you, like the way to do it, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, so the way to do it is like I showed you last week, where you go to your conversion report and you have the sub IDs of everything that converted, you upload it as a CPV lab, and then that's how you do it. So, but I'll try this. Like sometimes I'll just take just this and put it as postback URL. But again, I'm not like 100% on that. So sometimes you put that. Let's see if that works. All right, so it says it was successfully uploaded. But so but normally you have some other options here. You have like image pixel, in which case you use the image one, or JavaScript. But again, don't depend on that. All right, I mean the surefire way is to run a conversion report, see conversion report, and then you're going to export that, and then you're going to take that list of sub IDs and upload it into CBV Lab. And I'm pretty sure I demonstrated that last week. All right, so does that answer your question? Cool. All right. All right. So now, where were we? So traffic van. So setting this up. Game of Thrones keywords. Unlimited. We'll say $20. Check. Oh, I'm gonna make this 12 hours. I meant to change it on the other ones. Oh, I didn't put the URL. Let's see, what is it? All right. So let's do that. Targets. All right, so we'll just do all of these. Did I ask you to alphabetize it? Find keyword. There we go. All right, so we got those. I'm gonna add those. And we're gonna I wish they let you select all. All right, so we got all these. He's over in bed, 10%. Save. Check our max bids real quick. What was that? The biggest ones? All right. All right, that looks good. All right, so we'll leave it at that. Oh, you had some URLs, didn't we? Oh, we left hanging. All right, we'll do these two. Actually, forget it. We're good. We're good. We're good for now. All right, so while that's getting approved, here is the landing page that I wanted to work on. Does the CB Labs link can create conversion of traffic vans as well? No. Um, you have to install the traffic man's pixel. They have their own conversion pixel. So if you go here to conversions, manage conversion tracking, and then you can basically click on new tracking, and then it'll. I'm not going to do it, but you just fill in a little bit of information, but then it'll end up looking like this. And so um, you just get the code. You click on it, then you get the code, and then this is JavaScript code, and then like the same place where we place the code for CDV Lab, you put this there. Now, unfortunately, you can't use this with that offer because all it had was postback, so you can't use it. So again, this is why the tracking is important within CPV Lab, because otherwise you're not going to be able to tell what keywords converted. So, but that's the way. If you are able to place that code, then the conversion will show up in Traffic Advance. All right, so that's that. So we will chill until these get approved. All right, so now let's go back to this landing page. So here's what I'm going to do as far as like if you look at this offer here. Here we'll all right, if you look at this and you see how it looks on Traffic Advance window. And why is that happening? I was going to Google. What the hell? What? What did I do? Hmm. Oh man. Okay, let me see something here real quick. Something ain't right. All right, that one's working. Why is it? All right, this is pretty weird. Let me try this again. All right, let me try one more thing. Oh, shit. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out why the thing is going to Google. I'm looking at another computer. I've got equals edit instead of keyword tracking link. That should make a difference. Let me see. Yeah, still doing. Here, I'm checking out this other computer here real quick. Something's up. sure what. Okay, it's something with this computer because it's working on my other computer. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me see. Maybe it's a browser thing. Let me see. Yeah, something screwy in my browser. I don't know what the hell the problem is. But anyway, okay, so it is working. All right, so anyway, so let's see how this looks in the Traffic Advance window. Shit, I guess I'm gonna have to log in Traffic Advance from here. Let me do that. I'm gonna try this one more time. Yeah, that's just fucking weird. I have to talk to my pro. I don't know what the problem is with that. So anyway, let's log out of here real quick. All right, so let's go here. All right, so let's try this again. Oh shit! Now it doesn't do the freaking pop up size. Well, here I'll just guesstimate. It's like it's kind of like that. Like it doesn't. It's a little bit of a scroll to the side, so it's not quite. But you can see where I want you to put the zip code in. So it's kind of like that. Now, you might think that your thing has to fit perfectly within the window, but actually it's not true because like I've tested quite a bit and like I've had squeeze page where everything fit nicely in the window. Then I had a squeeze page where you had to partially scroll out, and actually the partially scroll out one, did better. So, um, I'm not sure. I doubt if that works. I'm sure it doesn't work like all the time, but in this case, I think it probably does well enough without without having to resize. Just basically as a direct link. All right, so you know with PPV, I mean, especially lately, I've been seeing like before, it seemed like landing pages almost always outperform direct linking, but um, it seems like if it's like a really short form to fill out, then direct linking works. The problem is that there's no audio, okay? And Tony, self start audio makes all the difference with PPV. I mean, I've tested like lots of different offers, and consistently, if it has some audio, it does better, just because it gets a person's attention, and especially if it's a pop up, and they got other stuff going on, then they hear something start making noise, then they're gonna want to know, where it's coming from. All right. So so that's so here's so the sort of quandary is okay, I want to direct link it, but I want to have some sound too. So what I came up with was was kind of like an audio landing page where you kind of got the best of both worlds. So here's what I'm gonna do. I use this thing called what that was called. It's called Amazing Audio Player, and I believe it's free. Yeah, just go to amazingaudioplayer.com, free version. Here, I'll put it in the chat here. So this is something free you can pick up, but this is what I use. All right. Shit. So that's it. So here's what you do. You have to record. I actually just use Camtasia to record on the audio, and then it puts it into a WAV file. And then it has to be MP3, so I'll import into iTunes and make it MP3. So it's pretty easy, but I'll show you. But um, here's what I do. If I'm just starting to do like a voiceover, I'll do it myself first, and then or sometimes I'll get my wife to do it, and then if it works, we'll kind of get the words that work. Then I'll go on Fiverr.com to get somebody to do like a professional voiceover. And I'll like get three or four of them, and then I'll split test them and see who does the best. And a lot of times, really surprises, like my voice does the best, even beats my wife sometimes and some of the professional people. So, but still, I want to split test. So I'm gonna do a real quick recording. So, let me look at this page here. All right. So basically, I'm gonna say something like Game of Thrones. Get HBO for 3 months free. Just enter your zip code now to see if you qualify. So I'll say something like that. So let me open up Camtasia. And again, like any program that records audio can be used. Nothing special about Camtasia. I just have it and use it. All right, so just have it on audio. So I'm going to record. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Like Game of Thrones, get HBO and the other premium channels free for 3 months from Dish Network. Enter your zip code now to see if you qualify. All right, so that's that. So this is what I did yesterday, I guess. All right, so this is it right here. Listen to it. Like Game of Thrones, get HBO and the other premium channels free for 3 months from Dish Network. Enter your zip code now to see if you qualify. Perfect. All right, so we got that. 10 seconds. We'll go perfect. We'll trim and playhead. All right, so now I'm just gonna export this to a WAV file. So this will be we'll just say GOT1. All right, so now that's done. So now I'm gonna go into iTunes and add that to the library right there. Open right here. Create MP3 version. And here we go. That's the MP3 version. So now what I'm gonna do is now I've already done this. Like once you download Amazing Video Player, Amazing Audio Player, whatever it's called, then you have to do this, upload these files to your server. But I've already done it, so I'm not gonna bore you with those details. So let's see here. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. This is the code for for the player. Let's see if I get it. I'll get it off another page. Here we go. All right, here's the code right here. All right, so we're gonna take this, and actually, once I'm done here, and I'll get my designer to clean it up, but I'll actually give you this code for this page. But for now, I'm just trying to show you exactly how I made it. All right, so I'm gonna take this and we're gonna put it in this frame. Now, all I did here, this is a frame page, so all I did, so this is the actual link um, to the offer right here. This is the actual link here, and it's just in a frame, iframe here. And again, I said I'll give you this code, so I'm gonna put this here. So now it's gonna, I think that'll, oh no, it's gotta go below there. It's gotta go below there. Oh, that looks like it's messed up. Here, let me see how this works here. Let me see how this looks real quick. I might have to get some help here. Here, let me just test this out real quick. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, that's not what I want either. I want. Here. Oh. Okay. Where's the audio player? Not working. Let me see. I did wrong here. Actually. Hey, Lenny. Lenny.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. I'm trying to I have this page frame, and I'm trying to put the music player below it. I mean the audio player below it. So can you help me do that?
Sure thing.
Here's this page right here so far. But I don't know if something happened because I don't even see the player.
I'm sure. I think it starts with the div.
Oh yeah, so I thought too, but I didn't see it. I'm sad I didn't see it. Well, here, how about you handle this? Um, it's in the landers folder.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's see what that's there. And actually, here, let me I'll update it real quick with the right audio. It's gonna be, what am I call this? It's gonna be we'll call it dish one MP3. Dish1.mp3. All right, I'm gonna upload this real quick. Then you can take it away.
Cool. I'm all over it.
All right, there you go. And let me upload this MP3 real quick. All right, so I'm gonna open up the audio folder, find that folder here, which is unknown artists. I lost it. Here we go. All right, so got one MP3, upload it, and I gotta change the name. What did I call it? I call it Dish One, I think. So this would be Dish One. All right. All right. So as soon as he's done, we'll see how that turns out. And by the way, Lenny works for me, works for us, and so he's going to be helping you guys out too with landing page and stuff. Because I realize, a lot of you guys don't have any kind of experience with Dreamweaver or all this different this different web authoring stuff. So we're going to help you out there. So not to worry. It's all about outsourcing. See, I tried to attempt to do it myself and it didn't work. So I was like, here, let me get the professionals involved. So all right, so that's that. So I was working on that. Let's talk about landing pages. Um, okay, so all right, so let's go. Okay, okay, well, here, let me show you something real quick. I'm going to send you the link for this because I use it a lot and I think it's going to be useful for you guys. This is called LOL Monies. They have a lot of used to be called Black Pops, um, and so they also have like kind of like a spy service where you can they scrape landers from all different kinds of stuff, so you can get a lot of ideas, as far as landing pages and stuff like that. But one thing they do have here, which is good, is if I log in here. And I would highly, highly, highly advise you to do this. This is not required, but it'll definitely make your life a lot easier. And there's a lot of tools in here that I use. So, and also, I think it also has a it has a URL scraper in here as well. So if you didn't get App Portal, it gives you another one. But anyway, but they have where is I don't know. I'm gonna talk about that later. They had a landing page generator. Maybe that was App Portal. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Landing page builder. This is good in App Portal. Um, it's really easy to do. You can put in image, put in your headline, put in all your stuff, call to action or whatever, and then it spits out the code for your page. So this is really good. And again, it doesn't have to be this exact format, but something like this is good. Is good, especially for new people. So so again, this is an app portal. So I'll give you this thing again. I think it's pretty affordable. I use App Portal and I use Laugh Out Loud Monies quite a bit. Laugh Out Loud Monies has another landing page tool, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. Um, but but that's a good resource. So let me talk about just the whole mentality behind landing pages. Actually, before I do that, let me see if you guys got any questions. Any questions so far about what I did so far? I mean, basically, you saw me set up another campaign. We talked about some different angles, um, and we talked about how to create audios. Any questions so far? Couple questions on Facebook. Um, okay, yeah, okay, I can answer that later. All right. Let me check the Facebook group. Anything going on there? Let's see here. Um, okay, so it looks like we're good there too. I'm not using the adverse lander to add the sound. Well, in this case, I am because I'm framing it and I'm going to basically have the audio player at the bottom of it. So in this case, yeah, but most of the time I don't. So let's talk about some other landing pages, and I'll just kind of give you a simple formula, the one that I use. Um, so let me see here. Okay, so you guys are familiar with the Wizard 101 offer. Um, so it converted decently, direct linking, but I was trying to see if I could get some more performance out of it with landing page. And the whole idea with the landing page is that you can control it. Okay, so if you just direct link to an offer, you really don't have any control at all. And if the offer goes away, then so does your campaign. Okay, so landing page is good for that. And then also it's a good pre-sell. Okay, like if you just have shove some form at somebody and in their face, the first the first thing they see, they might be put off a little bit. It's almost like, hey, I don't know you. Why am I giving you my email? Why am I giving you this information or whatever? Whereas if you do a pre-sell, you can kind of get them warmed up. I call it kind of like holding hands before the kiss. If you're dating somebody, first date, you probably don't just tongue them down and kiss them and stuff. I mean, it's a process. Like you'll probably hold hands first or a hug first or something like that before you actually get into any like really passionate kissing. Okay, so I call it holding hands before the kiss. So that's what the landing page does, and typically it does improve performance. Okay, but obviously the landing page itself has to work. So here's what I did. Now this, I'll show you the results. So this is what happened with the Wizard 101 campaign. Let's see here. Oh, I'm in it right here, though. All right, so let me go back over, or let me go back through. See, landing page performance. I'll just go through the whole thing. All right, so we'll say all time. And all right, so here's landing page performance. All right, so I'm gonna sort by earnings per view. All right, and as you can see, the very first one was a direct link. This one was the one that had the highest EPC here. All right, um, so that's that. So it had an EPV of 1.7 cents. And this was the first. This was the landing pages, and so the next closest was 1.4 cents. So it's not that far away. And if I kept messing with it, I probably could have surpassed that. But I tested a whole bunch of them. And so at that point I was like, seems like direct linking would be best. So let me just show you some of the variations here. This was the second one. Or here, let's look at the. We'll look at the. Let me see. All right, so this is the first one. Let's look at this one.
Every wizard has a journey. Start yours now.
All right, so as you can see, that was me, my voice. It outperformed. Actually, I got my wife to do some of these. Now this one, my typical formula here. Let me do another one.
Every wizard has a journey. Start yours now. Every wizard has a journey. Start your.
Okay.
Every wizard has a journey.
Yeah, we know. All right, so here's like my typical formula for a landing page, basic landing page. Okay, I use this for CPV. I use it for Facebook. Okay, I use it for even for media buy sometimes. All right. Basically, we got this. We got a headline. Now, sometimes this one I have linked. Sometimes, normally for the Facebook and stuff, I didn't have it linked. It had headlines. But in this case, I'm trying to get as many click-throughs as possible. So I got a headline that's linked, and then there's some kind of banner. Okay, some kind of banner. Now, a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll just take a screenshot of the actual next page. So if you notice, if you recall, this all I did was just take the page here. I will find the page here.
My vision seems to be failing me. Are you a boy or a girl?
All right, so basically, all I did was just took my Snagit and I just basically copied this part. And actually, they might change it since I just did this. Just change that. And then if you want to, and now the the page is like, I think it's like 600 the dimensions. I can't remember exactly what the dimensions are, but if you make this, typically I'll make this 500 pixels wide. So we can go to edit, resize image, and we'll go 500. And so that's typically what I'll do. So that's one simple method of getting that image. You can just basically take a screenshot of the offer itself. The other thing too is like some of these offers come with banners. Okay, so you can take the banners and you can like if you take a 300 by 250 banner and blow it up to 500 wide, then you can use that. Also, again, some of the creative packages, like they have email. Okay, so they have like HTML emails, and the email creatives a lot of times make a good landing page banner as well. All right, so either way, this is a pretty simple concept, and I will show you another one here that follows the same exact thing. Where is it? I don't know where it is now. Oh wow, I don't know what happened to it. So anyway, so that's that. Now, but one thing I do, especially if I have something like this that already kind of has a headline, then I'll test it without this headline. And so actually, in this case, that was the one that won. So this was actually one. And then if you look, yeah, I made the click to play here bigger. So so that was kind of like the difference. And this one didn't do as well, but this was actually, I think, a banner um, that came with it, and I just made it bigger. So anyway, so that's the easy formula: headline, image, call to action. All right, so click here to play, click here to see it, read it, whatever. So these are just some of the variations that I tried. Now let me tell you. Let's look and see what else did well. LP4, which I think we saw. LP9. This may have been one of the ones my wife did. Let me see. We put my wife to work.
Every wizard has a journey.
Yeah.
Start.
I guess mine. See, I told you, like mine and hers sounded way nicer, but mine seemed to outperform all the ones she did. I'm trying to find one of the ones she did. And so this one only got 0.7 cents. Let me see. I think this was maybe one of them.
Click here to play Wizard 101, voted the #1 wizard game online. Click here to play for free.
All right, so this is exactly the same as the one that I did like this, but as you can see, mine had a lot better EPV for whatever reason. My weird wizard sounding voice, I guess, did better than her. Nice, pleasant female voice. So there's one right there. At least aspect. I mean, one example of, like I said, I just kind of rushed and did it, and it ended up doing pretty well. All right, so that's that. So it was these two kind of tied for a second. So let me see what they are again. So that was hers. Yep, the exact
Every
same one.
wizard has a
Exact same one. So this one got 14 cents. I'm sorry, 1.4 cents, and hers got 0.7 cents. So double the conversion with my voice over her voice. Everything else is the same. All right. So there's an example of that. Here is an example of one I just did for diet. Oh no.
Do you have a gut that you like to get rid of? These 4 moms had a gut and they lost their gut in only 4 weeks. Click here to find out how they did it.
All right, so this is another one. And where I got this from, this actually came from the actual landing page that comes after this. It was always picture before and after picture, so I just cut that out. Again, headline, call to action. Now in this one, I add this little thing, but you have to test it. Test it with it and test it without it. All right, but this fits perfectly into the into the traffic advance window, and it works. All right, um, here's another example. Again, you got the image, you got headline, image, and then a call to action underneath. So let's see exactly how you plug this in to CPV Lab. It's really easy. Go here to edit. So the first thing you would do is you would put this on to landing page. Okay, I actually have it split here, but I only have it split so I can see the stats for the landing pages. Because if you just have it on direct link, then you won't see direct link stats. So anyway, but you put it on landing page, and then you just put your landing pages here. And as you can see, I tested like quite a few of them. I think 17 of them, and so these actually ended up being the last 4 I was testing. So if you have 4 landing pages like this, then you just put them all on here, and then you put the share. So if you only have two, then obviously both would be 50%. I'm at four, so each of them is 25%. And then the offer stays the same. So the offer is just like it was in direct linking. And only in this case, landing page you have here. Now, the one thing about the landing pages is that here, I'll show you here real quick my code. The links to the offers. Here's a code here. All right, so this is so the link to the offers are going to be this. Okay, so instead of having it linking out to the actual affiliate offer, this is going to be your link. All right, and this is given by CPV Lab, which is right here. Step one. This is step one. Edit landing page offer links. Okay, so these are the offer links. That will be used there. So if you're not doing it yourself, then you just want to copy this URL and send it to the person and say, okay, this is my offer link. All right. So, but once you do that, then you can split test offers here, split test landing pages. You split test both, and see what the best landing page offer combination is, for a particular promotion. So that's pretty much what you do. For landing pages, these should all end in PHP. All right, so landing page need to be in .php, and that's it. Really, that's it. Yeah, it's all there is to it. I mean, everything else is the same as direct linking. So, any questions on that? Are you using any software to create variations of landing pages? Yes, I personally use Landing Page Genius. I do use Landing Page Genius. But since obviously this is a newbie class and that's a little bit more advanced, I'm not teaching that right now, so I'm just teaching, just split testing. All right, but yeah, I do use some software to basically do multivariate testing, but that's beyond the scope of this. We'll get into that later. Just trying to get you guys down with the basics right now. So, all right. Did you say you could resize a 300 by 250 banner into a TV pop? Yes. I would say use the I wouldn't say just use the whole thing because it might be a little distorted, but you can if you can resize it so that you can use it kind of like I did here. So it can be this image right here. So I would make it change the width to 500. So whatever that ends up being, 500 by whatever 400. I don't know. But yeah, absolutely. Because I did it on one of these. Two.
Every wizard has a journey.
Yeah, I think this was a banner. Yeah, this was a banner. So I just, what size did I make it? Yeah, 500. It's 500 by 417. So yeah, so this was a 300 by 250 banner. Just blew it up, and put, click here to play. So you can put a headline. You could use the same formula. So yeah, so it's an easy formula, to do, and you can make this. You can make this with that that landing page software I've shown you in App Portal, or you can do it yourself, and it's pretty easy. I mean, I actually do this myself; it's pretty easy. But here's a key: use audio. I'm telling you, use audio. Even if you just record yourself, say something, just use audio because that is gonna seriously boost your conversions because it's gonna get people's attention and they're gonna look at the pop up and hopefully click it. So definitely use audio. Amazing audio player. It's really easy to use and learn how to use. And it's free. So yeah. So but yeah, absolutely. You can just enlarge the banners and that could be, your thing right there. Because this is how it looks. We'll see how it looks in Traffic Advance here. Okay, looks like I'm getting a little action on Dish Network, so we have some data coming in soon. How we looking, Lenny?
Every wizard has a journey.
All right. All right. So that's how it goes. So this is a resized 300 by 250 banner, and then you got room under here to put the call to action down the players down there. So yeah, so it works. So it's a real easy way to make to make a landing page because let's face it, and in a way it's kind of a way to test banners too, really fast. But yeah, so that's another easy way to generate landing pages. So right now, let me check my CPV lab setup, make sure we're good for Dish Network here. Just to make sure everything's tracking correctly. Looking good, looking good. Okay. Looks like everything is working. All right, so we'll be able to test. We'll get some data on with just direct length, and and then the player's done. Should we also copy code to landing page before the body tag? Looks like CPV Lab requires that as well. Yes, you do. Yeah, follow the directions of CPV Lab on what you have to do. You have a lot of landing page. Only the front of the lander changes. What are the code changes that needs to be made? Code changes. Only code changes is just to change whatever I'm testing. There's no other code changes. Just changing the text, changing the image. How often do you check your data? As often as need be. It depends. If it's like a new campaign or something. It really depends on how fast the traffic's coming in. To be honest. If it's something that I have running for a while and pretty steady, then I'll have to check it every few hours or whatever. But if it's some new campaign or whatever, I might be checking it every 15, 20 minutes. Again, depending on how fast the traffic is coming in, so I can make adjustments. We'll be spending some time on scaling winning campaigns later. Sure. Are you still using what runs where for ideas on ad and lander creatives? Yep. What runs where, ad beat, box of ads. I use them all. All right. Like I said, we're good to go. So now, let's see what we got. What's gonna be? What was it? Dish.
Like Game of Thrones, get HBO and the other premium channels free for 3 months from Dish Network. Enter your zip. Like Game of Thrones, get HBO and the other premium channels free for 3 months from Dish Network. Enter your zip code now to see.
Let me try another browser. For that reason, it's not working now.
Like Game of Thrones,
Perfect.
get HBO and the other premium channels free for 3 months from Dish Network.
Thanks, Lenny.
Enter your zip code now to see if you qualify.
All right, cool. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna test this against the other one. So even though it's kind of a landing page, it's still not really a landing page because there's nothing to click through. So I'm just gonna make this into a pretend like it's another offer. So I'm gonna put equals what I'm gonna say, keyword equals. Oh no, I don't need that. I can just put a question mark at the end, and that should do it. So this will be audio with audio. So the reason I say it's kind of like an audio landing page because it's still kind of doing the same thing. You know, it's, A is getting somebody's attention, and B is kind of pre-sell. I'm just like, look, you like Game of Thrones, you like HBO, right? Or how about getting it 3 months for free? You know. So we shall see. And I need to make sure this is tracking as well. So with audio, bam, I think that's yeah, I think that's gonna do it. 50, 50. All right. All right, let's make sure this all right, so let's crank up some traffic here so we can get some data while we're here on the phone. I mean on the webinar. So who has the most promise here? So here I'm gonna look at all these. Now, again, this is probably not the best for ROI purposes, but I just want to, have some live traffic here. So so I'm gonna go through all of these. All creators today. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I want to go by activity. So activity based shows like, which targets have the most activity. So I'm going to boost up the bids on some of these just so we can get some fast traffic here. All right, so DirecTV. Okay, now here's somebody was asking me about the bids, bidding strategy. So basically, here's how it goes. Basically, for traffic vans, first of all, no matter how high you bid, you're only gonna have to pay 1/10 of a cent above the next bidder. Okay, so for example, let's see if I have any examples here. So for example, I bid 7.7 cents here, but it charged me 6.4 cents because that's the next bidder that I'm ahead of. Now, as far as your rank, like the person that's number one gets about 70% of the traffic. Then number two I think gets like 20% of the traffic, and then everybody else, or maybe 50. I think number two gets like 15% of traffic, and then everybody three to whoever gets everything else. All right, so if you for maximum traffic, you need to be number one. But obviously, if it's not feasible as far as affordability, as far as profitability, then you shouldn't do that. So we got a few impressions at 7.7 cents. So I'm gonna look for some keywords that we can get some more traffic out of that's not as expensive. So because these are like pretty high. So like HBO.com. And so basically rank is like where you rank, amongst everybody bidding. So right now we're like in, spot 6, 6.6. So it's meaning we're just getting a little crumbs of traffic here. So let's see how far we got to bid to get lower. Let's see what 10 cents gets us. So we'll change to cents. Dish.com. Let's see here. This one hasn't got anything at Game of Thrones. Windstream. Man, 29 cents is a lot. Yeah, I don't think I want to go there. HBO, DirecTV deals. DirecTV. Attempted to come up well here. All right, let's. Man. All right, we can come up on Game of Thrones. We'll do that at point two. Okay, we'll do that. Fuck it, no guts, no glory. All right, so we'll save these changes. Let's see what else we can do here. I don't know if I want to go hard on DirecTV. All right, well we'll leave it at that for now. See what that gets us. So let's see. Hopefully we can get some traffic and get some conversions here before we're done. All right. So let's see here real quick. Here, I gotta check something real quick. All right, let me make sure this thing is tracking. It'll give you a nice site there. Where's this page? All right, let me see if this thing is tracking correctly here. Hopefully. All right, got any more questions? In your opinion, what's the best way to find high converting PPV offers? Ask around, ask any affiliate managers, ask around different Facebook groups. And also you can use the spy tools. Like there's one called Box of Ads, which is good, has a lot of PPV. Also, like I was saying, LOL Monies has some, looks like any other spy tool. So you'll see stuff there, and also talk to your rep if you have one at the traffic source. So, for example, at Traffic Vans, you should have some kind of rep, so you can ask them, like what people are having success with on the network, and they'll be able to give you some guidance as well. Did you just suck that Dishlander and the sound script? No, that was the actual direct link. That was the link to the offer. All I did was iframe it and then just add the audio at the bottom. if it's not saying anything on the rank, does that mean you're number one? No, it doesn't mean that. Just means that they don't have the data. Probably because there's no traffic so far. What offers people run on TV in order to be profitable, even at 29 cents per view? Probably the same one we are. I mean, one of these Dish Network offers, either like the zip code one, or they have other ones where they fill out a bigger form and you get paid more. But I mean, probably the same thing. But who knows? Could be something else too. So right now you're just dusting bids according to impressions. Um, yeah, I was just adjusting them just because just try to get some traffic fast. So great advice. Thanks. Let's see here. All right, let me check see or something real quick. See if we're getting our conversions. No, that's still not showing up, Lenny. That conversion, if you just did it, it's not showing up. So let me see if it's showing up on above all offers. Yeah. All right. Um. All right. So here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to replace this this link here. Make sure it's not showing up. All right. I'm gonna have to replace this link with one from another network until we so we can get this tracking figured out. Um. 1 second. All right, so let me need to make some changes here. All right, so here I'm gonna change this link real quick till we can get ours fixed. So nobody run this offer yet. Nobody run this offer because I don't know, it's not working for some reason. So first thing I'm gonna do is download this page. Here, I'm not gonna mess this up. All right, so we're gonna change this offer link here until we get a fixer. So we're gonna make that inactive, and we're gonna put this one. And this is all right. So we're gonna make this 50. I'm not worried about the IDs at this point. All right, so yeah, so we'll do that. All right. So here, I need to hit my Okay. All right. So let's see what we'll see what we get there. So somebody said, how do we get access to your outsourcing email? Yeah, I need to set that up. Trying to figure out how we're gonna do this. Yeah, I guess the easiest way would be to have you um, email Lenny, and then either he can do it, or I have another web designer as well that's going to be working with you guys. So I haven't figured that part totally out yet. So for now, I tell you what. For now, you can just email Lenny. That's Lenny at superaffiliaterockstar.com. Um, and what's an iframe? An iframe is just basically some code where there's literally like a frame around the page. Okay, so like in this case, you can't see the sides of the frame, but you can just see the bottom. See how it's like this page is just like encased and almost just like it is, just like a frame. Now, if it wasn't for this, then you wouldn't be able to see the sides at all. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference between it and the page by itself. But because we had to add this code here, it actually kind of looks like it's like a window inside the window. If you can see over here, so but you can just think of it just like the name is, just a frame over the actual the page that's under it. Okay, so that's that question. So what else did I want to show you guys here? Let me one second. Um, I'm looking at some classified stuff here real quick. All right. All right. Got it here. For oops. All right. So I mean that's pretty much it. I just wanted to, and obviously landing pages can be a whole lot more um, sophisticated than this. We can look at some examples off of LOL Money's. And this will give you just some ideas of some other angles and stuff that you can take with different things. So let's look at, let's see, here's one. This is for like one of these muscle products. So it just has a picture here, headline, little text, button. That's it. Easy peasy pumpkin easy. And again, you can use that landing page builder to do this stuff, which I would recommend. Um, let's check this one out. Now this is good. This is actually I'm just testing this right now. I actually was working on it like up until this call, because I really wanted to have some data on it, but unfortunately, took a little bit longer than I thought it would. But this is this is it right here. Yeah, this is a thing called Landing Page Genie, and again, it's a part of LOL Monies. I think it's actually it's like an extra charge. It's like $9.99 a month more. Um, but what it does is it has this thing where it basically like grays out the background of the page, and so you can have this thing pop up. So let me see if you can see how it really looks here. So basically, like the back of this is grayed out, and then you just have this thing right here. Thanks for stopping by. So you click there, and then it takes you to the page. But I think it's, and again, this cutting edge. This is fairly new. But I think it's going to work because again, you can kind of see the page underneath, so you can kind of get like a preview, pre-sale factor. But then you have like a call to action here. So and there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. So let's find another one. So anyway, so that thing is called Landing Page Genie, and it is in LOL Monies. Let me see. And here's another one. See, get 2 free tickets to see, I guess, this movie. Um, it's probably like some kind of email submit. What else we got going on here? Here's another one with the landing page genie. And this one you can actually feed in like the number, like the actual target. So wherever the person is coming from, you can have it there. This is like survey. Click OK, then they go to the offer. So that's, and it's really easy. I mean, you don't have to actually create a page. Not that creating a page is hard. Let's see here. Got some other ones. Here's a real simple one right here. For Target gift card. I don't know. This is about some survey or something like that. But again, page. Now I probably wouldn't use the Target logo. In fact, I know I wouldn't. But you can still have welcome Target visitors or something like that. Blah blah blah. But the main thing I was going to show you is just how simple the landing page was. I'm telling you, it's ugly. Ugly seems to work better. Like if you have a nice clean page, they don't work. Typically, don't work as well as kind of a ghetto one like the ones I make. Which is another good reason why I'm not really good at web design or Photoshop or any of that stuff. So my stuff always looks amateur, but they seem to convert better anyway. So here's another one. This is for payday loan. Will $1,000 cash advance help? And again, this looks just like a banner. They may have, this is or this could be like a email creative as well. A lot of that stuff just comes with the offers. Okay, so that's an example there as well. When you updated the offer link in CBV Web, did your output link change as well? No, the output link stays the same. So you can make whatever change you want, and that stays the same, which is good since it's approved. Do you set the iframe lander as a direct linking campaign or landing page? Direct linking campaign. Okay, answer that question. Are these zip email submit offers the best for bulk mail? When doing bulk mail, do you direct link the offer or use a lander? I mean, I don't think there's anything best for direct mail. I mean, they definitely work for direct mail. For bulk mail. And it's both. Sometimes you can direct link, sometimes you use a landing page. I mean, it varies. How does the number of initial targets in daily testing spend change with higher price offers? I don't think there's really a change in number of initial targets, but as far as testing spend, it's a lot higher. I mean, because if you got to think about how much it takes, how much each conversion is worth. So, say for example, like if something is like $3, like this one offer we're looking at here, I mean, you could get and say you want to spend up to the amount of the conversion, to see if a particular target works or something like that. Then you're looking at spending, $2-3 per target to see if something works. But if your payout is $90, then you're not going to know. Even if you cut it off at half or 50, you're going to have to spend $50 on the target to see if it works or not. So it takes a lot larger budget to test higher offers. So actually, in that case, for a higher price offer, I would go like a lot more targeted. So maybe would have less targets, but a lot more targeted because otherwise you're going to be wasting a lot of money with irrelevant views. Let's see here. When should you use iframe? When should you not use iframe? I mean, don't use iframe unless you have to. As far as PPV, the only time you need to use it is if you're trying to add sound. to something you want to direct link. Now, in other forms of advertising where your display URL is shown, then framing, is important because you want to be able to show, whatever URL you want. All right. So, say for example, like if you're advertising on Facebook or Google, somewhere where you actually have a display URL, then you can get, a custom page. So for example, say if I'm, advertising, Dish Network, okay, like if I direct link to the offer, then it's just going to be whatever that URL was from the offer, TV deals, blah 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 blah. But I could register my own domain. It could be, Dish Network Super Special.com. Then I could just iframe that offer, and so then, but the URL would be, Dish hot offer, whatever I just said. Does that make sense? Will you get into how to create pre-pops for PPB offers? Nope, because I don't know how to do it myself. So that's something I have to seek out outside of this. Let me go through the Facebook post I made this morning to make sure we answer all those questions. And you can still keep asking questions in the webinar as well. All right. Where is Facebook? Who the hell was that? All right, so let me refresh this. Where did that post go? I got pushed down. Did I miss it? Angles, members area. Members area is coming. Yeah, I sent a list of everything to Steve, so that should be ready here momentarily. Here we go. I'll get back to that one. So he shows campaign 50 on red. I already said no. I think I answered Chris' question. Appreciate go over next one. Landing page, rotate them. So talk about that. If you can create a dummy landing page with code that says paste your code from CPR for here, blah blah blah. Yeah, we'll give you some code. That's fine. Here. Let's see. CVV Lab. Finding targets. Okay. Get detailed finding targets. Follow the instructions closely, but I'm doing really badly. To rank through 800 or so Wizard 101 campaign, I don't have any that are consistently profitable. I don't think it's a competition either because I'm on lead impact, not TV. I find that plenty of targets get conversion within the first 15 to 20 clicks, but then no more. What's the best cutting edge strategy to use when testing multiple offers and multiple targets at the same time? I find that it introduces so many variables that any cuts I make are almost just fun guesswork. I mean, it all boils down to how everything performs. I mean, that's why you got your CVB lab. So at the end of running all that stuff, you got to have a winner or a loser, and then you just pick the winner. So like, so let's say for example, all let's see here. Let me find a campaign. I mean, actually, for real, like, I mean, with if you're direct linking, I mean, it's really not that many. The only variables are the targets. So I mean, it's not like it's that many variables here. Let's see. Let's go to mine here. All right, so and the other thing, I mean, the bottom line too is that like sometimes it's not going to work. I mean, you know, sometimes like maybe the payout is just not high enough. It just might not work. There's no guarantee that it'll work. And I'm getting the feeling that with this wizard thing that might be the case. Um, but if you look here, okay, so we're gonna look at about conversion rate. Um, so these are three different offers, and rank them by conversion rate. So you just pick the highest one. I mean, that's all you can do. So if you rotate it, I think you told me the other day you wrote that you were testing six different offers. Um, so you pick the one that has the highest conversion rate, that has the highest EPC, and kind of go from there. Um, you might want to try it with a landing page. And again, just I tested 17 different landing pages against Wizard 101. Not saying that it won't work, but after a while, you got to move on. And I seriously, I mean, I wouldn't like advocate that you keep promoting offers at least with payouts this low. It was just more or less something to teach you on because you could get feedback pretty fast, and it didn't cost a lot of money to test it. But as far as like making money on a full time basis, I would probably go with something a little higher payout. It doesn't have to be much. I mean, look, I know people. I know a guy that made over $200,000 a month profit from email and zip submits. All right, so I'm not saying it can't be done, but he was getting super cheap traffic from Google. Is how he was doing it. So if it was me personally, like I probably would, maybe it's something like $2 would probably be my cutoff point. $3. I mean, really, actually, if it was me, it would be a lot higher than that. I would test stuff like $10 and up, maybe. But again, realizing that you guys are new and realizing that some of you have limited budgets, I was trying to keep the CPA low, because that would result in less spend as far as testing. So, but I mean, if you've been at it for a week and you can't get it, if you don't see how you could get it profitable, um, it's just a numbers game. I mean, if the traffic is costing you 2 cents per impression, and you can't make 2 cents per impression, then you can move on and try something else. So yeah, but it's pretty simple. You run the traffic, you look at the results, and then you keep the winner. All right, and you know, and really in this case, yeah. So that's so that's how it goes. Now this was a little bit more complicated because some of these are direct link. Some of them are over the landing page, but you can pick whichever ones here you want. Like if you're gonna, this is the overall landing page stats, and so that's why in this case the best combination was direct linked LP3. All right, because you also had LP1 there in there with the with the landing page, but LP3 outperformed it, direct link and landing pages. So that's that. All right, let's get back to these questions here. Oh, but the other thing about targets too, though, I mean, if you want to do some serious volume, I mean, I wouldn't advise this with the Wizard 101 campaign because it seems like it's just going to be too hard to get it to work. If you could get the traffic cheaper, maybe, but it doesn't seem you can get it work. But in order to really bank on PPV, I mean, you have to have a lot of targets. I mean, like a lot. Like, I've had campaigns where I've had like 25,000 targets, 50,000 targets, stuff like that. And that's kind of what it takes to do like serious numbers. This is what it is. Either you can, have again like big targets, like a few big targets to get a lot of traffic, or you can have a whole lot of, smaller targets, or like longer tail targets. But you got to have a lot of them. I mean, it's a lot of large numbers. So you want large number of dollars from PPV, then you got to have large numbers of keywords. So Steve Peterson asks, I would like to hear about general guidelines that relate to offer payout versus the number of keywords to start testing versus the daily test budget. Yeah, I mean, basically, again, like if you if you have a $20 payout, a $20 offer, then you're not going to be able to figure out if anything works till you spend at least $20. All right, and depending on how many keywords you have, you know, I mean, technically, I mean, the only way you're gonna know if a keyword does work or not is if you spend at least the payout on it. All right, and not you don't say at least the payout. Let's say if you want to have 25% profit margin at least, then you need to spend at least 75% of the payout on each keyword. So that means you need to spend $15 on each keyword in order to totally test it before you pause it. So so that's basically the way you look at it. I mean, like you're gonna have to spend multiples of whatever the payout is, however much testing you want to do. So if you're trying to get 5 conversions, and it's $20, then you're looking at having to spend $100, and so that's pretty much how that goes. Is that clear? Best way to capture the emails, how to use PPV to build a list. I mean, you can do the same thing. I mean, the squeeze page. I mean, your landing page is going to be a squeeze page, and here I can show you. And again, I would use sound. I can show you an example of one. I'm trying to think where it would be. Let's see here. What was that? Let's see. TV jobs search. I know I did. Right. I mean, a squeeze page of one of these. Um, um, what the hell is this? No, that's not it. Man, what the hell? Well, here I can use Facebook. I mean, this is an example of what it looks like. I just use this And I gave this code in the Greg Davis group, but I just use this right here. It's just a multi. What's it called? It's called the oh man, um, micro commitment. Yeah, it's a micro commitment. So now I would throw some sound on here for PPV. But then it just kind of goes where you hear from us and whatever. They put the email right there, and then once they hit next, then it goes to the actual page that you wanted to. So this is a landing page that I've used successfully with PPV. Trying to find one that I had some sound with, because that was actually from Facebook. But trying to think her real quick. It might be on my other CBV Lab account. I don't think I have it here. No. I don't know, but anyway, you get the picture. I mean, yeah, I mean, squeeze page is cool. It's a good idea. All right, let's see what else. Um, do you recommend audio for other traffic sources as well? Test it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So I would test it for other traffic sources. Um, so yeah, so let's talk about the traffic sources for a second. This the same type of landing pages, work well with other traffic sources. And I'll tell you what, like I get a lot of good ideas for for landing pages for other traffic sources, um, like um, especially like media buys and Facebook. Just by looking at PPV offers. All right, because again, this is a pop up as interruption. So if something like this is going to work, in that type of scenario, then it definitely works when people are voluntarily clicking on a link or something. So here's an easy one right here: just a picture, some text, call to action. Bam, goes to probably some kind of sleep supplement or whatever. So I see we got more questions here. If I understood you correct, you can direct link and offer an iframe it to add sound. Yes. Means that I do not have to create a lander. Correct. Correct. Was there an issue with our group above above all offers that got resolved? No, it is not resolved yet. I had a chance to talk to them. Not had a chance to talk to them again yet. So I don't know. It's crazy. I think because like the affiliate manager first told me, he was like, "Yeah, go ahead and make sure they go through your your referral link." And so and so then like as soon as I posted it, like almost like 5 minutes later, he was like, "Oh, I just heard that we can't do it, and we had problems with some people having students in the past or whatever, so we're not going to be able to do it." So that's pretty much why I took the link down. Um, so yeah, so actually for now, what I do want to do is I talked about it before in the first webinar, but just maybe some tips on how to get accepted in these CPA networks just by on your own, because that's ultimately what needs to happen anyway. So um, I'll send out a little video or something like that that discusses that. Can you show us again how you upload converting sub IDs in the CV labs? Yes. Um, let's see. First, I have to. Um, I have any. Here, let me find somewhere where I actually have some conversions. This is like a test account. Okay, so oops. All right, so basically all you have to do is just go over under reports, click on conversion report, um, and right here we have the values under sub ID 1. So you would just export to CSV. You copy all these sub IDs. Oh, I'll just copy these for now. Just yeah. So you cut. Well, here I'll copy all the CPV lab ones. All right, so you copy all these. You go into CPV lab stats, update stats for converting sub IDs. Put them in there. Save. And that's it. So it's saving them. I should have got rid of space. I think it's make it take longer, but anyway, it'll give you a message saying that. There you go. Somebody's uploaded to the database. Click here to see the stats. Okie dokie smoky. Yep, just like our movie tracks. Can Facebook URLs be used as targets for PPV? Absolutely. So if it's a $20 offer, should I give up on the offer after $50, $100, $200 spent on keywords that aren't converting? I mean, there's no magic number. You know, if I would have spent, I mean, because we're looking at per keyword. All right, so again, you won't you if you have say if you have 100 keywords, um, and then you spend $100, like you would eliminate the ones that spent up to $20 if that's your offer. So that's how you get rid of keywords that don't convert. I mean, but it's no cut and dry way. I mean, if you spend $100 and you get no conversions, again, it could be that your keywords, your targets are just the wrong target, just off. Um, so that's what I'm saying. Like when you first start, you should start kind of as targeted as possible, so you can at least have an idea. That something converts. I mean, the worst thing is if you spend money on something you have no conversions. Okay, then you have nothing to go by. The only thing that you have some stuff that doesn't work. Okay, but you don't know what does work. So the rule of thumb is you're going to spend up to I mean, for something I would say like over $10, you're gonna spend up to that amount on each keyword before you kill the keyword. But as far as before you give up on an offer, I mean that's really tough to say because it depends on it could be your keyword. So for example, like this network offer might convert like gangbusters, but if all our keywords are about games, then you might not get any conversion because there's a mismatch there. Okay, so so it's hard to say like when you should give up on an offer, but I'm just telling you when to give up on a keyword, and then you can kind of test accordingly, kind of plan it accordingly. Is there a max URL limit on TV? Yeah, there is. I don't know what it is offhand, but yeah, there is. I'm already in best practices. Best practices to make it not long. I mean, no, there's like some kind of URL shortener in App Portal that you can use to shorten. Um, I don't know what the exact character limit is, but I'm sure you can find that by looking in traffic grants, and then you can use some kind of shortener to shorten. All right. Any more questions? Now this was kind of like, again, I was trying to show you guys set up a real campaign so it makes it real and makes it a little better, easier for you to understand when you go do it yourself. Some of the major questions, some of the main questions that come up. So yeah. So what I'll do is we're gonna have this replay up, and then this is gonna be a lot more involved than the first class, because again, that was just direct linking, and now we're getting into landing pages, so we have code and stuff. So what's today, Wednesday? So over the next couple of days, Lenny's gonna actually, before I say all that, the members already should be done. I mean, the members already is done. It was actually done last week. He was waiting. My guy was waiting on the video from last week, which I didn't realize. So those should be, here momentarily. So we're gonna put some code in there for some of these different landing pages that I showed you today. We'll have the code for the iframe one with the sound. And I will kind of just kind of like give you more of a general outline of some of the different landing page options you have. I mean, I showed you a lot of different ones today just because I wanted to give you, an idea of what was out there, what was possible, and what I normally did. But obviously, the subject of landing pages is pretty broad. So I'm gonna put some outlines, because I didn't have a step by step thing for this today, just because it was so much kind of to do. So I don't know if I'll be able to. I mean, so I'll be able to give you some steps, put it that way, and because there's so many different directions that you can go. And what else? I think that's it for now. So this is gonna really conclude like PPV. I mean, again, there's a lot more that you can do as far as additional tools and learning. I highly recommend App Portal. I highly recommend Laugh Out Loud Monies, which I'll also send you a link to both of those if you want to grab those. Which again, I highly recommend. I mean, I use them all the time. So but again, I just wanted to start with the offer. And then now we got a landing page. So for all the other traffic sources, we're also going to need an ad. All right. So we're gradually adding on. Okay. First week we direct linked with PPV. Second week we talked about landing page with PPV and landing pages in general. And then, because they're really the same except for maybe the size, same that you'll use for the same concept that you'll use for other traffic sources. So next week, we're going to start with traffic source using ads. I'm going to test out some campaigns myself. I'm not sure exactly what. It's either going to be Facebook, or it's going to be Ad Sonar, or advertising.com sponsored links, as they go by now. So which you should have signed up for both of those already. It's going to be. It might actually even be both together, because really they're pretty similar in a lot of ways. So that's it for PPV. I mean, you can still ask questions in the group and still ask questions, but again, I just want to go over the basics so that you have the ability to create a campaign, direct link campaign, as well as a landing page campaign, as well as a hybrid, which is like I just did today with the iframe with the sound, and that's that. So it's not like I'm not gonna ever talk about PPP again. I'm saying this is the last like training on it. All right, so we're gonna move on to another traffic source next week, but I'll definitely continue to answer your questions about your PPP campaigns that you have going on, that you will start. I still encourage you to start at least 1 or 2 campaigns on PPV if you haven't already. And to the people that have, I'm really proud of you guys. You guys are, just all over and top of it. I think the guy, was Peter Lazarus even had a profitable day. I think it was yesterday or today. So, so keep up the good work. Again, post questions in the group. I'll do my best to answer them. And then we'll also give you some instructions on how to utilize Lenny as far as, help with your landing page and stuff. All right. Oh, what is the homework? The homework is, let me see. The homework is, I'll tell you, you can pick an offer of the ones that we actually added a few new ones. In RSA. So pick an offer and do a landing page campaign in CVV Lab. All right, so you can pick the offer of your choice. You can pick the Dish Network one. I already gave you some. We already got some angles there. There's like an injury lawyer one. There's a couple of bingo ones that are international. So there's a few offers in there. So pick one and build a landing page. And but again, let me here for any initial thing that you need, just write this down. Just Lenny at superaffiliaterockstar.com. LENNY at superaffiliaterockstar.com. And if you have any needs or you need help putting a landing page together, and don't just email them and say I need your help putting a landing page together. Like, it needs to be specific. All right, so you need to let them know exactly what the offer is, exactly what you want done, any images that you've gathered, whatever. Then you can let him know. So yeah, so your homework assignment is to just put together a direct link campaign, direct link or the iframe with sound. So I'll give you a choice. You can do either one. So the iframe with sound is actually easier. And I will make sure you have all the codes and everything for that by tomorrow, because I don't have that put together as far as in a form that would be helpful to you. So we'll have that in there no later than tomorrow. So do a landing page campaign, and that's it. I mean, because if you do that, create your first landing page, then you'll be ready for for next week, where we start writing some ads and attack another traffic source. All right, guys. Appreciate you. We went over. But hopefully you got a lot out of it. And again, ask questions in the group, and I'll talk to you guys later.